Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, it's never good enough? You replay mistakes in your head, focus on the things you didn't do right, and maybe even feel like you're failing, even when you're doing your best. You might be too hard on yourself. And here are 5 signs that you're being overly self-critical. You beat yourself up over small mistakes. You tend to overreact to minor errors that have little real impact. For example, you might obsess over sending a slightly incorrect email. But here's a tip for you. Once you have fixed the mistake, remind yourself it's okay to move on. Perfection is not the goal. You keep criticizing yourself even after fixing the problem. Even after correcting a mistake, you continue to be hard on yourself. For example, when you apologize for calling someone the wrong name, but still replay the moment in your head for hours. Here's the tip. Once you have done your best to correct the error, let it go and move forward. Your self-care is always pushed aside. You constantly prioritize everything else over taking care of yourself. For example, you skip breaks or self-care activities because you feel like you haven't earned them yet. But remember, self-care is essential to stay productive and healthy. Schedule it as a non-negotiable part of your day. You blame yourself when others treat you poorly. You often take the blame when others are unkind, even when it's not your fault. For instance, if someone is rude to you, you immediately wonder what you did wrong. Here's the tip. Ask yourself, what's the right amount of responsibility to take? Don't carry the weight of someone else's actions. You feel like a failure even when you're doing fine. Despite having things mostly together, you still feel like you're falling short. For example, you might be succeeding at work, but still feel like you're not doing enough. So, take time to acknowledge your achievements and celebrate small wins. Progress matters more than perfection. Remember, being hard on yourself doesn't make you better. It just makes life harder. Recognizing the signs is the first step towards treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would give to a friend. Progress is more important than perfection. Be patient with yourself and trust